Hi guys, welcome to Bland is Boring. I'm Chef Ali Hassan. Quiz time, guys. What do these three things have in common? Keanu Reeves, Halle Berry, and my chicken skewers. Did you get it? They're all hot, sexy, and they're all the product of interracial love. That's right. Now, Keanu and Hal couldn't be here today to help me present this to you. By couldn't be here, I mean they're not returning my calls. And by that, I mean I don't have their numbers. But had they been here, their mouths would have been watering at the sight of this Indian and Vietnamese fusion that is so delicious. It's a chicken dish to remember. Here we go. These are the ingredients you need to get started. First thing, you need chicken. I'm using chicken thighs because I find they're not as dry as chicken breasts. I've got skewers that are soaking in cold water for about an hour so that they don't burn under the broiler or on the grill. For the Indian marinade, I need these things: coriander, cumin, black pepper, salt, turmeric, and olive oil. For the Vietnamese marinade, fish sauce, sugar, hot sauce, vinegar, lime juice, and some garlic cloves. Let's get started. We'll start prepping the chicken right now. So we get the thighs out, line them up like this, and just cut them into strips. And that is probably the best, easiest way to get them onto skewers afterwards. And that's done. Now you're probably wondering why I didn't trim the fat off that chicken. That's my personal preference. On the grill, it tastes great. If you don't aspire to look like this, then feel free to trim the fat. Next up, we're going to start with the Indian marinade. I'm going to put these spices in a bowl. Crushed black pepper. We've got some cumin. We've got a little bit more, probably double the amount of ground coriander, turmeric, and some salt. I'm using sea salt. Finally, you need a little bit of oil to blend that all together. Give that a good mix. That is the beginning of your Indian marinade. Okay? Give it a taste. See if it needs anything else. Maybe a little bit more salt, a little bit more oil. Then you're going to get the chicken into this marinade. Let it sit for about half an hour. Give that a good mix. Make sure it's all well combined. And you can get started on your Vietnamese marinade. Now, I've got a jar here that I'm going to put the marinade in so I can use it again for different dishes. The base of this is fish sauce. It is extremely aromatic. Some might even say funky. I call it fantastic. And it is the base for our Vietnamese marinade. So we're going to put this in right away. Put that in. I'm going to finish all of that. Then you're going to put in a cup of sugar. Or in this case, it's actually a half cup. Put in vinegar. White vinegar will do. Some people use rice wine vinegar. I'm going to use fresh lime juice. You can use the bottled stuff if your arms are too feeble to squeeze a lime, but that's what I prefer using. And I've got garlic. Just going to give it a smash so some of its flavor comes out. And finally, a couple drops of hot sauce, and you fill the rest up with water. Right to the top, leave a little bit of room for shaking it, and when you shake it, you're going to shake it gently, because if any fish sauce spills in your kitchen, you will curse me forever, right? So start shaking that maraca style, and you're going to have a marinade in a few seconds. Now you know it's done when you hear that noise. No, that noise is completely irrelevant. You know it's done when the sugar has dissolved, which it has. Smells absolutely fantastic. Once your chicken has marinated, this is the second marinade you're going to add in. Let it sit for another 2 hours or even overnight to really develop the flavor in these skewers. Get that in there. It doesn't have to be too much. The chicken doesn't have to be floating in it. Just enough to really flavor the chicken. Give that a good mix, and again, let it sit a couple of hours or overnight. And we're back. Guys, we've had a few hours of downtime. I know that I spent the time going for a run. And by run, I mean watching a documentary. And by documentary, I mean the football game. The point is, I am starving. And now it is time to turn on your grill or get your broiler on high. We're going to skewer these chicken pieces. You'll remember I'm using skewers that I had sitting in water for a couple hours. That way they won't burn. And skewer is just another word for shoving a stick through something. And that's what I'm doing. You can put as many or as few chicken pieces on each. I'm going to do this right here. That makes for a good chicken skewer, and I'm going to keep repeating that with all the skewers that I have. All right, last one's done. That took no time at all. Now you're going to get them into a greased baking sheet and put them under the broiler. There you have it, guys. These are going to cook very quickly, about 4 minutes per side, and you'll have chicken skewers. Remember, we cut them into thin strips. That's going to make it quick. We put tenderizers in it like sugar, lime juice, fish sauce. That's going to make it quick. And then you're broiling it. Under the broiler just means hot as hell heat. There's no temperature dial. It's just the highest heat from above. So you are about 7 minutes away from having delicious chicken skewers. And here we go. These were flipped over midway through. They look absolutely delicious. And if you're going to serve them to your lover, you can serve them Bon Jovi styles on a bed of lettuce. And here's some carrots and some beautiful fresh cilantro to really liven up the dish. Guys, if you were looking for interracial love, you found it here today. Indian, Vietnamese, chicken skewers. Try these today. Thanks for watching Bland is Boring. I'm Chef Ali Hassan.